Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Ghost Rider and I am currently rated 1149 ELO. I am excited to start a new series where I will be diving into different chess opening each week. I'll be playing this opening in my games and analyzing them and sharing my experiences and insight with you. For our first episode, we will be exploring to the Caro defense. This opening is known for its solid and resilient structure, offering a black defense against white playing the pawn to e4. So the Caro only works when white plays his pawn to e4 and you respond with pawn to c6, pawn to d4, pawn to d5. So the main line here is white captures the pawn, black captured it back. So this is the main line opening of the Caro defense. And there is a variation where white simply move his e pawn and black responds with moving his c pawn. So there are other variation too. So if you want to know the detailed variation of Caro defense, then you can see my previous video where I have explored different main line of the Caro defense. So for this game week, I played only with Caro defense whenever I played with black pieces, and I will share my personal experience in the end of the video or in the middle of the video, while I will be analyzing the two games which I played with Caro defense. And let's start with the game number one. For game number one, we played main line exchange variation. So we simply developed our pieces. We exchange few pieces. So here the best move was to pawn move a pawn. After exchanging, for beginners like me, chess is all about exchanging the pieces. It is because not that we feel great about capturing the pieces. It's only because whenever I see too many pieces on the board, I get overwhelmed and I really don't know how to manage it. So for me to utilize all the pieces seems too difficult while many pieces are on the board. So what I do is try to exchange more pieces and make the game simpler. And sometimes that really backfire you. So we simply exchanging the pieces, and also for us pawn is not as important as it should be. We should protect our pawn, but what I do, I always exchange, like leave our pawn to death, and my opponent did the same sometimes. So here the best move for black is to capture the pawn, because in future white will really make a pass pawn of it. What I do, I capture the pawn at f2. I know that's a good point to ruining a pawn, but now for instance that is not a best move. We exchange our pieces. Yeah, the best move for white is to simply move his pawn, not capturing the b pawn. Again, giving a check, which is a big L for black. I have talked in my previous video that stop giving mindless check. I did the same. My idea was one-dimensional. It has no head, body and tail. I was simply giving a check. And also, according to the evaluation bar, I am losing the game. Here, the best thing was to simply move my knight to d3. If white moves his b pawn, well, I capture it. White captures my rook. I capture the knight. And here we are equal in terms of point and also in terms of evaluation bar. But though I'm a 2 pawn ups, I'm still losing the game because I'm not a great player. I'm just a beginner, so I really don't know how to protect the pawn. So though it looks like we are in equal position, but I'm still losing because I don't know how to protect the pawn. I really don't know how to utilize this pawn. So for that, I really didn't went for the exchange. Simply, that is the reason. We still exchange the pieces. A great best move. White moves his king to black side. So here the best move was to move my king to g7, because now white really have to move his rook. Otherwise, I'm gonna make a pass pawn, I'm gonna make a queen, and I'm gonna really gonna move a win. So white really doesn't. White really can't do anything with king and two pawn. He have to move his rook. So if he does like this, then I'm gonna capture the pawn, and I'm in a big advantage. So that was the point, that was the idea. But what I do, I move my pawn, and immediately I lose the game. So I lose the game. So the game number one ends here. So what I have realized that with Caro Kann defense, giving a free space to queen, rook, and knight, still this is not the best opening for the beginners, because we have a lot of free space. Like our pieces are more in danger. So if white can simply give a check, I know we can defense like this, but you got idea that black king is really not safe according to me, because I really don't know how to protect the pieces. For the beginners, I don't recommend Caro Kann defense. Our pieces are more vulnerable, and also you need to practice a lot, and you should know how to defend your pieces very well. Only you can excel in Caro Kann defense. So this is the with game number one. Let's dive into game number two. Now let's start with game number two. So the game number two also we played with excellent variation. We simply developed our pieces, exchanging our pieces. Like I said in previous one, the more we exchange, the more we seems clear with the game. So the best move here was to simply defend the pawn, d pawn with e pawn. So I move my pawn to e5, attack the opponent knight with e pawn. Here the best move here was to attack the knight, black's knight. What white does? Moves his knight to e5. I capture opponent queen and started to exchange every pieces like we do pieces, pawns. Here the best move, still the best move was is to move the queen, giving the threat to check a knight, capture a knight, and also giving a mate. So basically I won this game because I captured his opponent queen early. He blundered his queen early, so in this game was a piece of cake. Otherwise, I don't think that I would have won this game with this opening. I'm not hating on this opening, but I'm really new for this opening, so that's the point. Here, the best move still was to move my queen to f and hoping of for a future checkmate. So if my opponent moves simply like this or anything else, it's a mate. Hoping for a future mate. So what I do is I still move my again here for this. I should have really gone for like this. It's a mate. But what I do? I make a queen, we exchange, and my opponent resigns. So this is with the game number two. There is nothing big giveaway from game number two because my opponent lost his queen early. These are only the two games I have showed, but I have played many games with black pieces in the background. I didn't show all those games. So my summary for all those games which I played with black is that I lost too many games with black. It was way too more than my usual losing record. And For the beginner like me, if you don't know how to protect your pawn, if you don't know how to manage your pieces when you did manage your pieces properly, then I don't recommend Caro defense to you. Go for simpler opening that doesn't make your pieces more vulnerable. In those opening, you will win the game. So this is with the Caro defense. We will see you in the next one with new opening.